The Mike magazine will be coming to you with more exclusive interviews. Guess who's going to be next? I guess we will never know. Stay tuned to Delta Sip. Angela Buckney here, the voice behind the mic. Delta Sip, where we sip slow and talk what we know. And if you need a commercial, let me know. Want to advertise? Not a problem. We have affordable rates. Call 662-207-2077. The views and opinions expressed in this channel are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they may represent or affiliate with. And let me get in here. First Thursday, starting October the 2nd, you'll have live music starting at 7 p.m. at the Museum Gin. Live music with none other than the Charlie Robbins Trio. Admission is free. For more details, call 662-887-9539 or log on to the web at www.bbkingmuseum.org or scan the QR code on the screen. And we want to say thank you so much for tuning in to Delta Sip. We are coming to you with some information as it relates to an update as to what is going on at the Hinds County Jail, what has happened at the facility. For some of you all who may not know, let me get in here. There were bodies, unnamed or unmarked graves that we had discovered when Dexter Wade passed away. We have a picture of his mother who is going to be flashed on the screen in just a second. And there she is. And she is represented by none other than Ben Crump. Okay. And with that being said, um, they are doing a follow-up today as it relates to an update, trying to see if any of those other graves are marked. Okay. And there's been Crump. Of course, the Mike magazine was there to cover that story. Give me just a second. Let me bring our guest in right about now. And we are going to make you aware of some information that has come across our desk. We had Tariana Ledbetter in. She's in ICU fighting for her life. She's an inmate who she's no longer an inmate, but she was an inmate who was released from Fulton County custody. And it's a very, very tragic situation that's happening. And not only is the family of uh, Tariana Buckner or Ledbetter slash Buckner family speaking out, but the family of the suspect is speaking out now, saying that, hey, we told Fulton County Jail, the courts, and everybody that my niece, Shania White, is not supposed to be in a cell with anybody else. And so this is the result of what happened when they put her in. And so John C. Barnett is leading the way as it relates to being a spokesperson for the Buckner family. And the press conference was just last week. And so we will be giving you updates. There has been an invitation. There has been an invitation for the family. And John C. Barnett is that spokesperson for the family. There's going to start going on different shows. One show we do know that our family has been invited to is the one with Judge Joe Brown, right? And so we're going to keep you guys updated. We want to say shout out to L.A. Pink, who's down on boots on the ground in Atlanta. Um, Giving everybody an update on what is going on. And in the meantime, let's get to Miss Wade, Dexter Wade's mom. And we're going to pull her in right about now. Miss Wade, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
I am doing marvelous. I understand that you guys are out there. Tell us why you're out there, because a lot of people not familiar with the fact that your son was buried in an unmarked grave right here in the state of Mississippi, until, guess what? Ben Crump showed up, right? And so now we are doing a follow up, boots on the ground, letting everybody know what's going on. Tell us what's going on.
Okay, right at this point, right now, I am trying to find out. I heard that by Free Press that they said they was going to start putting out names on the grave. So I had someone had called me and gave me that information. So I was down here. Maybe I thought we could go in and see have they stopped putting names on the grave? Because my son was a 672. They didn't have any names. They only had a landmarker with a number on it. So they
250. Wow.
20 and Dexter. I found Dexter down here in 2023, in August
Hmm.
of 2023. Well,
Hmm.
actually October of 2023 is when I actually found him where he
Hmm.
worked down here in
Hmm.
one unmarked grave, and they had his name on the roster, but they didn't have no name on the grave. So now they saying that they will be putting names on the grave site. Someone said they were gonna start putting names on the grave site. So I'm down here today to see is that true? Is it possible that they're gonna do that? So I'm gonna do a little bit more research to see what's going on for us, the unmarked graves, and are they updating the information that they have in their files?
Let me ask you this, because know that you guys have
Yeah,
a sheriff who.
it's more than there's 672. It's over 600 people out here, but we
Ooh,
only can go back to 15. We only could go back to 15.
ooh,
200 graves. We only could go back in the archives to 215. That's all they would let us go back. And some of those 215, we did find people came forward that they family members was out here, their loved ones was out here. So I got Miss Gretchen. She's from Pearl. She uplifted her son from the grave out here. And several more people's had, the kids out here, but I don't know that they'll zoom them because they said they were gonna bring the DOJ in to try to help lift some of these bodies out and try to, you know, find solve the problem. So I don't know what's going on with it right now because I haven't heard any more information. So I'm trying to dig in and see what kind of information I can find out of what the process is right now. And it's been over 2 years. This is about 2 years later. So
okay,
I'm what's going on.
okay. Priscilla,
Yes.
what can you tell us? I know that you all have, and that's the area right there where I know we parked when we first got to that facility. That is the road leading to the grave site. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, up and down that way. And I know if you walk a little bit further, I think that's where everything is start. You
You
can
got to
start to see.
go
So
turn
what
around.
we're doing is there's a long road that leads to the pauper graves, and Miss
Okay,
Wade is interested in seeing if those names have been attached to those graves. Like
gotcha.
she said, only 215 bodies that were unmarked, that are unidentified, has no name. So
Uh huh.
she's down here to see if the state of Mississippi, the Department of Justice, did anything about letting family members know about unidentified bodies behind the Hinds County Jail in Raymond, Mississippi, if they have
Okay.
done it at
Now
all.
I understand that there's a Dexter Day coming up in November 20th. Uh, for some reason we lost them. Okay, well we do know that there's a Dexter Wade Day coming up. They should be coming right back. Coming up on November the 20th. And according to Mrs. Wade, they are going to have a rally in front of the jail, okay? In front of the jail. And they are going to have some, bring some more awareness to what happened as it relates to the unmarked graves in that behind that Hinds County facility, and also to remember Dexter Wade and who he was, and the many contributions that he made in this life. Um, Waiting for them to come back, but of course, we do know that she did say, she shared with us that mother from Pearl was able to come and claim her son. Okay, they're limited, according to them. They are limited to how many people they can look at in the archives, right? And so, with that being said, let me bring them back in so that they can give us more updates on what's going on. All right, you guys are back on. Talk about the Dexter Wade Day. Dexter
Okay, Dexter
Day.
Wade Day on the November the 20th. It'll be at 327 Pascagoula Street down at the police courthouse. Well, it's the police station downtown on Pascagoula Street.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be there from 11 o'clock until 1 o'clock that day, and we're gonna have a rally, and we're gonna bring awareness to that the updates that we haven't had no update on what's going on with Dexter. We haven't heard anything
Mm-hmm.
about what actually have they found. You know, have they arrested somebody for it, or have they gave any kind of warning or citation to anybody? You know, the person that killed Dexter. What is the deal? What's
Mm-hmm.
going on with that? You know, I want to know because you know they didn't give him no sobriety test. They sobriety a dead person, but they didn't sobriety a person that's live. So I want to know what's up with
Mm-hmm.
that. Why would they give a dead person a sobriety test? Plus, a dead person was walking. He was not driving a vehicle. So I want to know why would they give a dead person a sobriety test and wouldn't give a police officer a sobriety test?
Talk a little bit about you. You know, you all now have a sheriff who wears two hats. He's now a chief of police and a sheriff. Is it anybody you can speak to other than the sheriff who can give you guys an update?
Yeah, but we can go up there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What you say? I'm
Is
sorry
it
about that.
anybody else you can speak to other than Sheriff Jones who can give you an update?
It's nobody else that would have that information. Cause I have to find out where the file is, what Dexter file is. I have to find out where Dexter what desk is Dexter file on. Whether he at Lynn Fitch office or whether he at Hinds and he at the DA's office or
Hmm.
is he's on a detective desk. You know, uh but Chief Wade had said on the last when we had the last rally that
Uh-huh.
he was gonna try to check in to find out more information because it wasn't on his watch when it happened, but he was gonna try to do another investigation on it.
Yeah, but we
But
do know now that
I never heard anything back from him on that.
yeah, but we do know now that we have a sheriff who serves as the chief. Maybe we can get some answers really soon
Well, hopefully,
Before Dexter Day.
yeah, I put in to try to talk to. I sent an email to try to talk to the sheriff and the chief of police. I did send one before the chief stepped down. I did send an email to both. So hopefully that I get an answer back that I can go and talk to both of them. I'm trying to get in to talk to both of them.
Okay, thank you so much for keeping us updated at the Mike Magazine as to what it is that you guys are planning to do and the day and the time. And again, tell us the November the 20th. Tell us what can
November
be
the 20th.
expected.
Yeah, November the 20th at 11. It's going to be from 11 to 1, and we're going to
Hmm.
be at 327 Pascagoula Street, Jackson, Mississippi, downtown. And that's the police station downtown, and right in front of the police station. Across the street from the Claren Ledger, we'll be right there. We'll be right there in that
Mm-hmm.
block on November the
And you
20th.
wear the
And we're
specific
only gonna
color?
bring awareness. We want to bring
Will you be wearing?
awareness to the person that hit Dexter, the officer that hit Dexter, and uh what is the updates in that process of them finding out what actually happened to Dexter. Because actually nobody knows what actually happened to Dexter. They said Dexter walked across the freeway.
Mm,
But I mean it's more than him just walking across the freeway. More than that just happened.
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
I haven't
You
got
had a
any
brother.
closure on that.
You had a brother to die. You had a brother to die prior to Dexter.
Yes,
Talk a little bit
yes.
about your brother who died.
Okay, George, he was blunt force trauma to the head, blunt force trauma to the head, and two other officers, Faye Peterson, she had the cases, and she dismissed the first two officers, and then Lampkin and Bernie, she dismissed them with no prejudice, and then Fox,
Okay.
he got convicted, but our AG, Lynn Fish, decided that she wanted to go to Supreme Court and ask them to dismiss all the charges against Fox. So Fox ended up getting out. So we didn't get no justice. So we haven't got any justice. And then she said George died from natural death, Plavix, or an overdose. So I want to know where
Wow.
I'm trying to find out where she get her information from, because I got a death certificate said he died from blood force trauma to the head.
Didn't you all get an independent autopsy done?
Not on George. We got an independent autopsy did on Dexter.
Dexter. Okay. Now, with Fox being exonerated and brought home, his sentence, his conviction was tied to your brother's death.
Yes, because he was the one. He was the one that hit George. See, they didn't bring it out. Fox hit George in the head with a flashlight because he had blood force trauma to the head. None of that information was brought out in the case. None of that information was brought out that Fox actually hit my brother. They said he slammed him to the ground, but he hit him on the right side of his head. He got a hematoma, a large. This is what the paper. This is what his records say that came from the hospital. A large
Uh-huh.
hematoma on his right side of his head. They keep saying just a small stretch.
Wow.
It wasn't just no small stretch.
Uh-huh.
He had a large hematoma. It pushed his brains all the way back to the back of his head. The
So
bleeding pushed his brain back.
how did the courts justify releasing Fox?
Well, they said, well, Lynn Fish said that and the judge did not give him the opportunity to plead accident or mischief. And the jury, they didn't have the knowledge to know what corporate negligence means. Now that's the
Mm.
way she dismissed it.
But I thought they have somebody there to explain to the jury what those terms mean and all of the terminology and things that they don't know.
They should. But he went through trial the whole time. He never acted like it was an accident or mischief. So
Did
why
he
would that
seem
question be asked
remorseful?
anyway? That's what I want to know. Why would that question be asked anyway when he never act like it was a accident or mischief?
Let me ask you, did he ever seem remorseful?
No, he did not. He never seemed remorseful. He was just fighting. He was
In
just fighting the idea that he didn't do it. He just kept saying, "I ain't did nothing. I ain't did nothing." But if how you ain't did nothing when you encounter a man that did not have not one stretch on him, did not have one stretch on him. The only thing was wrong with him, he had had a stroke about 2 weeks before that time, and he was moving slow in the right side. And when Fox approached him, he probably told Fox, he said they say he told Fox, I just had a stroke. he was moving slow. So I guess he was moving too slow for Fox for the
Mhm.
command. Fox was giving
Mhm.
command, and he wasn't following his command.
Mhm.
So he snatched him. By the time he got the
Mhm.
seatbelt off, Fox called out to his fellow blue, as he say, to get assistance. And at that time, they came over and helped him assist George at the car. But before he got there, they said Fox had already hit him in the head.
Allegedly.
Yeah. But see,
Allegedly. Okay,
the
so what
person
is
that
the
was standing
paperwork
there
saying? The
told the story.
transcript.
Well, see, the
Mhm.
person that was standing there, the guy that witnessed it, they didn't take his, they didn't take their statement serious because they had felonies. They was in,
Wow.
they had felonies against them. So that's why they said they weren't credible witness. That those weren't
Okay.
credible witness. But anything you see with your eyes should be credible. You shouldn't
Mm.
be dismissed as not a credible witness just because you got a felony.
So Fox is back out, and he's been put back on in a badge and the uniform, and
Yeah,
he's
yep,
working
yep,
in
yep.
Canton, Mississippi, I think, if
No,
I'm
he
not
wasn't.
mistaken.
No, no. He wasn't in Clinton, Mississippi.
Clinton, Clinton,
Uh huh.
Mississippi. Okay, I know it's one of the C.
It's Clinton. Yeah,
Okay.
he down in Clinton. He's with the K9. He's dealing with the
Okay.
K9
Now,
unit.
you never got an apology.
No, well, 6 years later, he wanted to face us face to face. This after he done got out, and but I consider it took you 6 years to want to say something, so you don't have anything to say because you killed my brother. I
Well,
don't care
at
how
least
many
he,
times he say.
but Miss Wade, at least he tried. Did you say he tried to do it?
No, he did not try. He wanted
He
us to
didn't
go on
try.
a show. He wanted us to go on WLBT National Live. Why he couldn't come to maybe my mom's house or come to us and apologize. But you want to go
Okay.
live on a television station? You want to go live just so you can break out, so you can say you didn't do it? You can't tell us. We don't need to talk to you at that.
Okay.
I mean, all that time to pass by. I mean, you ain't apologizing all that time, or you didn't apologize when it happened. Why apologize now?
You don't think maybe with him being away from his family that it did something to him while he was incarcerated? Miss Wade. Miss Wade. And you were listening to Miss Wade, and again, she was giving you an update on what's going on. According to her, Dexter Day, Dexter Day, Dexter Wade Day is going to be November 20th, and they are going to be giving an update as to what happened to her son, what what brought Ben Crump to Mississippi in the first place, unmarked grave and all this type of stuff. That's Ben Crump standing in the middle. For those who may not know, and to your left and right, that is the suites, the daddy suite, son suite. They're some of the baddest attorneys in the state of Mississippi. But they were there with the Wade family as they went back there to the behind the facility of the Hinds County Jail, and of course, the Mike magazine was there. The Whistleblower Project, uh, Cardell Wright for Mississippi Freedom
little guy down here that I know that was on that list named Dan. What was Dan last name? I don't know Dan last name.
Yeah, I
But he
think she
was on.
popped out. So,
Yeah, but he was on that list. He was on that list.
First Thursday, starting October the 2nd, you'll have live music starting at 7 p.m. at the Museum Gin. Live music with none other than the Charlie Robbins Trio. Admission is free. For more details, call 662-887-9539 or log on to the web at www.bbkingmuseum.org or scan the QR. When aches and pains hit you in some of the most stressful areas, consider a massage at Lux Haven Oasis in Greenville, Mississippi. Treat yourself or someone you love to a luxury massage spa. At Lux Haven Oasis, there are benefits to massage therapy. For instance, it reduces stress and tension, calms the nervous system, relieves muscle cramps, and much more. Lux Haven Oasis, where healing meets luxury. Book your appointment today. We dare you to head on over to the Greenville Mall to Cut Devo. Book an appointment or walk in. At Cut Devo, priority cuts are available. At Cut Devo, come looking one way, leave looking another. You need a fresh lineup or taper? Let Cut Devo do the job. Don't sit around second guessing, wondering who can get the job done. Call Cut Devo today. 573-937-1423. That's 5. City of Indianola, Dana Meyer Jr. needs your attention, your support, your prayers, and your vote. Tuesday, October 14th, as your next alderman in Ward 4. Vote at the Southgate Center for transparency, accountability, and progress in the community. Public safety is a top priority in addition to other concerns.
No action, no voice. Dana Merrick here. Get out and vote. This here is a very important election. Together, we can win.
It's time to rebuild the community.
My name is Dana Merrick, and I approve this message.
Traditional radio is becoming a thing of the past. No need to panic. There's no need to fear. The DMJ Broadcast Ministry of Daryl Moore Jr. is here, ready to help you navigate yourself right into some inspiration, laughter, and motivation. Because after all, it is an inspirational radio station. Allow us to help you get through your night, day, week, month, and the entire year. To get through, call 662-947-1773 or scan. Because accidents can happen anytime, anywhere. You might need an attorney named Malik Z. Shabazz with 26 years personal injury experience, providing nationwide services. Attorney Malik Z. Shabazz has collected millions for his clients, and you could be next. Call today, 301-513-5445. Know your rights. Call Attorney Malik Z. Shabazz today.
What you're doing right now and download the G Wood Live app. It's absolutely free. There's no cost. I'll say it again. It's absolutely free. It's your way to stay connected and stay involved in the community. Download the G Wood Live app on your Apple or your Google Play. Stay connected, stay positive, stay involved. Download the G Wood Live app today.
Don't walk, you better run to the ballot box. Tuesday, October 14th. City of Indianola, Robert Campbell needs your prayers and your support. Ward 2, you know what to do. If it's change you want, vote Robert Campbell in the ballot box. Let your voice be heard through your vote on Tuesday, October 14th for Robert Campbell for the City of Indianola, Ward 2, because every voice matters. Every decision counts.
They thrown racial slurs at him, and it all started because the city of Pearl was interested in basically taking Mr. Leon Seals' property. And they started making complaints against him, telling him to pay fines for dumping on his property. Come to find out, the guy who's dumping on his property is friends with the mayor. the mayor sent out his goon squad. These white police officers began to harass and terrorize Mr. Leon, and now he has several charges, all of which are founded on nothing, and 3 of which have already been dismissed against him because he was found not guilty. You got to know that both of these Seals, both Leon Seals, the professional football player, and Leon Seals, my client, these are great men. In fact, if Leon Seals wasn't such a great man, he would be dead at the hands of police by this time. But he's had officers at Pearl PD looking out for him. He's had people in the mayor's office looking out for him. So we're not here to say every police is a problem, but we are here to say there is a systemic problem of police violence where they have this capacity and authority to do so many things to us, and we are sitting here being victimized by those types of attacks.
Wow, this is so strange, because this started with us this morning when Rob J. was making a distinction between your client, Leon Seals, and the NFL football player, Leon Seals, and Leon heard it, or word got back to him, and he called the radio station. And the story was so intriguing that I thought, I got to let people hear this, because this is so unusual and so strange. And Leon, you ran for office here during this last election cycle, right?
Yes, sir. I ran for Alderman District 5 in Pearl.
Okay, because when I heard that you were Leon Seals was running for an alderman position in Pearl, I got really confused, because I know Leon Seals is a Hinds County constable. And so I was confused. I didn't know there were 2 Leon Seals. And Leon, yes, sir.
Stan, you know they say sometimes nothing but God, right? They
Right.
say nothing but God. And sometimes you have these amazing situations where miracles are taking place in front of our eyes, and we're not even aware of it. And really, this is a miracle. It's not a miracle born by not doing hard work, though. Leon pays attention to the stories that are out there. He pays attention to your radio station. So he was in an opportunity to respond. But you took the opportunity to give him this platform. And so it is really just nothing but God. Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem at all. And Leon, we're going to wish you well. Your fight and your struggle, you're not alone. We're here. If you need help, if you need a voice, don't hesitate. You can call us, and we'll be there.
Yes, sir. So appreciate you. And I also had a chance to meet Mr. Leon Seals. Very nice guy. Never had a problem with him. So I just wanted to clear everything up on which Leon Seals was with.
Okay. Now, you guys aren't related or anything?
No, sir. Not to my knowledge. Only thing I'd have done, I'd have signed the autograph before. Somebody asked for my autograph, and I gave it to him. So.
It is amazing. Leon, we wish you the best. And once again, don't stop fighting, man. Keep on pushing.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to come on.
Thank you. And thank you, Attorney Mohammed.
First Thursday, starting October the 2nd, you'll have live music starting at 7 p.m. at the Museum Gin. Live music with none other than the Charlie Robbins Trio. Admission is free. For more details, call 662-8. First Thursday, starting October the 2nd, you'll have live music starting at 7 p.m. at the Museum Gin. Live music with none other than. When aches and pains hit you in some of the most stressful areas, consider a massage at Lux Haven Oasis in Greenville, Mississippi. Treat yourself or someone you love to a luxury massage spa. At Lux Haven Oasis, there are benefits to massage therapy. For instance, it reduces stress and tension, calms the nervous system, relieves muscle cramps, and much more. Lux Haven Oasis, where healing meets luxury. Book your appointment today. The great state of Mississippi is located in the Bible Belt. We're known for forgiveness and second chances. Mississippians love each other. Every day, there's a sense of pride that we feel when we are afforded an opportunity to work and do what we love to do. And down south, we do that to the best of our ability. Mississippi, Ivana Williams is a mother of 4 beautiful children who reside right here in the Bible Belt. Listen with your heart and don't walk, you better run to the ballot box. Tuesday, October 14th. City of Indianola, Robert Campbell needs your prayers and your support. Ward 2, you know what to do. If it's change you want, vote Robert Campbell in the ballot box. Let your voice be heard through your vote on Tuesday, October 14th. For Robert Campbell, for the City of Indianola, Ward 2, because every voice matters, every decision counts. For those who are tuning in, this is a still shot of Fox 5 in Atlanta, the press conference where John C. Barnett represents the Ledbetter and Buckner family. For those who don't know, Ledbetter was found unresponsive, lifeless in a pool of blood underneath a bed of Fulton Jail. Okay, about Fulton County Jail, you might think about Young Thug or some celebrities and things like that, YSL, because those are the people who have been held or housed in the Fulton County Jail. And it is just unfortunate because we're talking about a family who is alleging inmate negligence while in custody. And not only that, Tyriana Ledbetter is a 20-year-old special needs inmate who was found unresponsive while in custody of Fulton County Jail, right? And so she had been there 6 months waiting for her public defender to come so that she could actually get bail, so she could make bail. No one was ever set during the 6 month waiting period, right? And so John C. Barnett, who represents the family, met with the family night before the press conference, and he talked about how he was just disheartened by some of the things that he had heard, and that he had several people call about the Fulton County Jail. And so he was just making it back from Florida when he made his way on up to Atlanta, over to Atlanta, South Carolina, so that he could represent the Buckner family. And again, letter is special needs. She also lacked the mental capacity to stand trial, according to a mother. The public defender was absent. okay, during this 6 month period where she was waiting to get a bond. Um, Found unresponsive. There's type of compulsory intimidation as well. And her mother goes into detail about that on the Mike Magazine's press conference coverage, where she talks about um, she would, her daughter would have to rely on others to let her know how much money she could spend and what everything costs and things of that magnitude. She was had all types of, listen, let me show you a picture of what I am talking about, because the way her mother explained it, her baby was unrecognizable. And we get it. They had jails for, however, you're supposed to be able to walk in a jail and walk. That shouldn't be a death sentence just to go to the Fulton County Jail. That should not be a death sentence. You are waiting as a person who is locked up. You are also innocent until proven guilty. Just because is housed at the Fulton County Jail or any jail for the matter, it does not mean that that person is guilty. It only means that the judge saw where there was enough information where they could get a warrant, right? They could secure a warrant and bring the person in. Doesn't mean that the person is guilty at all. You're innocent until proven guilty. And so that's what John C. Barnett, that's his narrative. He's pushing. Hey, just because she's in there doesn't mean that she's guilty. Right? This is not a death sentence. This is a waiting area. And he also drives a narrative that it took too long. Why did it take so long for someone to realize that a bond was never set or let better? Not only that, suspect in question, person who the Fulton County Sheriff's Department says uh, brought these injuries to labor, the aunt is now speaking out. Guess what? Man? The aunt is saying, hey, I told the court, I told the courts that my niece needed hope. I begged them to get her some mental help. She says that, oh, they were more concerned about drug addictions. She said, no, no, no. My niece is hearing voices. Okay. She said her niece was hearing voices, hearing voices. And then the aunt goes on to, she a little bit deep. She said, we got two people in a cell who need mental health awareness around the clock. Where are people who were responsible? And suspect name is Shania White. Where were the who were trying and responsible for finding out the actual identity and the well of inmates? I know that the suspect was not responsible for identifying anybody. And so said um, the suspect also said, hey, if it's going to be either me or her, either I'm going to do something to myself or I am going to do something to the person in that cell that you are about to put me in. Someone is going to have to answer about what happened in the Fulton County Jail. Someone is got to be responsible. Someone has to answer to. And according to the reports that went out the other day, after the suspect's aunt spoke out about mental health awareness and the lack thereof coming out of the Fulton County Jail, in her opinion, um, the quote was, the sheriff's department is not giving any more statements about something they've already addressed in the open investigation. Fair enough. Fair enough. They don't want to give any more statements. And so that lets us know as a family that it's got to be other family members in there who are possibly struggling with their mental health. And not only that, according to Ledbetter's mother, Ledbetter has not had one pill, one dose of medication since she was in the custody of the Fulton County Jail. Don't walk, you better run to the ballot box. Tuesday, October 14th. City of Indianola, Robert Campbell needs your prayers and your support. Ward 2, you know what to do. If it's change you want, vote Robert Campbell in the ballot box. Let your voice be heard through your vote on Tuesday, October 14th. For Robert Campbell, for the City of Indianola, Ward 2, because every voice matters, every decision counts. We dare you to head on over to the Greenville Mall to Cut Devo. Book an appointment or walk in. At Cut Devo, priority cuts are available. At Cut Devo, come looking one way, leave looking another. You need a fresh lineup or taper? Let Cut Devo do the job. Don't sit around second guessing, wondering who can get the job done. Call Cut Devo today. 573-937-1423. That's 573-937-1423. Just something to think about. first Thursday, starting October the 2nd, you'll have live music starting at 7 p.m. at the Museum Gin. Live music with none other than the Charlie Robbins Trio. Admission is free. For more details, call 662-887-9539 or log on to the web at www.bbkingmuseum.org or scan the QR code on the screen. City of Indianola, Dana Meyer Jr. needs your attention, your support, your prayers, and your vote. Tuesday, October 14th, as your next alderman in Ward 4. Vote at the Southgate Center for transparency, accountability, and progress in the community. Public safety is a top priority in addition to other concerns.
No action, no voice. Dana Merrick here. Get out and vote. This here is a very important election. Together, we can win.
It's time to rebuild the community.
My name is Dana Merrick, and I approve this message.
The Mike Magazine. Facebook is okay. However, YouTube is way better. Go follow my mom on YouTube.
That's right.
Like, subscribe, get notified.